You've made the right choice because you're about to listen to the Better Banking Podcast with your host, Eric B. Foster. And on the controls, Producer Rune. Today's guest is Greg Marcella, the former VP of Lending at Gain Federal Credit Union. He's here to tell you how you can improve your credit score with two amazing tools, Savvy Money and Experian Boost. All that and more on the award-seeking Better Banking Podcast.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Better Banking Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Foster, and behind the scenes, as always, is Producer Rune. What's new in the control booth, Producer Rune?
Oh, hey. You remember when our director of IT, Jay Modick, appeared on the podcast and talked about security procedures, right? Well, he recently put out a mixtape.
Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Yeah. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Ask the questions. Ask the questions. Ask the questions. Yeah. Ask the questions. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. Who are you? Why are you here? And I don't know who you are. And I'm the security sheriff.
What do you think?
Now that's what I don't call music. Anyway, the Better Banking Podcast is brought to you by Gain Federal Credit Union to fulfill our promise to share our financial knowledge for your financial gain. Now, I'm not the expert, but I know the expert. And I know some sheriffs. We bring you the experts to help you manage your money better with useful information and resources. We'll also share our insights on how credit unions work and how they're different from banks. That's a lot, so let's get started. Visiting the podcast today to discuss credit score monitoring and how to improve your score, we have our former Vice President of Lending, Greg Marcella. Greg, welcome back to the podcast, you old dog. So what does Gain offer in the way of finding out what a member's credit score is?
A couple items here. One is called Savvy Money.
I use it.
And do you use that? I do too. It's a great tool. What you get with that is you can pull your credit once a day. So you can look at your credit report every day if you want to.
Yes.
You can refresh your credit score, your Vantage score every day. Savvy Money also offers education tools on how do I improve my score. So as I'm looking at my score, it ranks all these areas on there for you with an A, B, C, and it tells you why your score is ranked that way. It might tell you, like in your case, I was charging over Christmas, so my usage is up. So my available has gone down, and that hurts my credit score. If I've got a $1,000 credit line and I owe $900, I've maxed out my card basically. So you're gonna take off points for that because you've got nothing left on that card. You've used it all the way to the max. Now, if I'm at that $1,000 credit limit and I only owe $400, I'm going to have more points in my favor because I'm not a heavy card user. So it's important that you monitor that. And Savvy Money actually tells you, we're grading you, you're an A on your usage. Because why? You're not a big credit user. You keep your cards below 50% or below 40%. They say optimal 40% or less of usage is good. So that's another tool with Savvy Money that I like. They also have a whole learning section or an FAQ section out there. So if you're trying to understand maybe how to buy a house, what do I need to do to buy a car? Lots of educational tools on Savvy Money. And the best part of this is it's free to every member we have. Costs you nothing. You sign up, you answer a couple quick little questions. It does a check of you, verifies you are who you say you are. Boom, you never answer those questions again. And you're in and you've got this great tool where I see my score every day. I can look at my credit report. And if I find something on my credit report, I can file a dispute. Every member should have this tool. It costs you nothing. The other thing that I like is it does give you alerts. I've gone out and I was shopping for a car and I didn't think much about it. And then I got an alert that an inquiry was pulled on my credit. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's me. But if it wasn't you, you would go out there and look and say, hey, what is this? What's going on? So it's a great free tool out there.
Tell your friends, family, and coworkers that Gain really is the financial frontier. They can take advantage of amazing products and services that are out of this world. Practically all the earthlings you know are eligible. We make it easy for new members to escape a bank's gravity and gain a successful orbit. Know more at gainfcu.com/join. Gain Federal Credit Union is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to it, and I find more every time I log in. And there's plenty of articles and very quick reads of credit tips, saving tips, buying tips, pretty much everything financial. It's a very tremendously powerful tool. Now, you mentioned earlier that there's something else. What would that be?
Yes, it's offered through Experian. You've probably seen the commercial. Boost your score. We had a member actually ask if we were on Boost, and I thought it was something else. Turns out it's about how you boost your score, and I'd seen the commercials. So I got in touch with our rep over there at Experian. Found out not very many credit unions are really offering Boost. I don't know why, because it cost us nothing to do that. It's a service for the members.
And so what is it?
Well, Boost works this way. Let's say I'm a student and I'm going to rent my first apartment. I'm going to have, a utility bill. I've got my cell phone, and, hey, I've got my Netflix, right? Or maybe I got Hulu or Prime. The beauty with Experian is this Boost goes out and it uses your non-traditional credit trades. Non-traditional meaning utilities, cell phone or telecommunication bill, and of course your Netflix or your Hulu or your Amazon as payment trade lines. So if you authorize Experian to you through Boost when you sign up, that I would like Gain as my primary financial institution, that's where my checking is, I authorize you to go in and look at my payment habits, meaning you can see my Netflix bill come out, my water bill or my electric bill, and my cell phone, and you can see that I make those each and every month, and I get credit for that. And so what happens, those will actually show up on my credit report, and I will get a boost. The average boost score throughout the United States is roughly somewhere between 12 and 15 points. So, for being a person who's trying to improve their score, who wants to be able to buy maybe their first car, or maybe I just had a bad patch in my life. I'm an older adult. I had a tough time. COVID, kicked a lot of people. And so I'm trying to improve my score at no fault of my own for what's happened due to this pandemic. I sign up for Boost. They start pulling that information. I might get a 15-point kicker, if you will, to my credit report, which may make the difference of me getting that 5.99 interest rate. Maybe I'll get a 4% interest rate or somewhere in the fours. I'll save a little bit, right? So,
or if you're renting, perhaps a waiver on a security deposit.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So it gives you that extra little opportunity for doing the right things with your life to be able to get credit for that. And so that it's a great service, and that'll be available to all members who wish to sign up for it.
And how will members be able to sign up for that service?
They'll be able to click something on our webpage. It'll take them out there, and then they sign up on Experian's site because it's direct through Experian.
Well, that's certainly going to be a nice complimentary service with Savvy Money in the lead and then Experian Boost to follow up with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You'll have monitoring and able to watch your credit, and then you'll have Boost to help improve your credit as well, which is just another tool in your monitoring experience, right? I mean, if you're monitoring through Savvy Money anyway, and you're keeping an eye out on what you're doing, this Boost then comes in the backside and gives you just a little bit of lift. So a boost gives you a little boost.
Part of our belief and mission as a credit union that we want to share our financial knowledge with our members so that they become more financially savvy, more financially healthy, more savvy consumers of financial products and services, which is what we offer.
I'd encourage all our members, please, if you're not on Savvy Money, this is a great service for you, free of charge. Get out there, use that, and it will help you learn as much about credit score as you want to know and help you to manage your finances. And the other last piece that is on there we look at our members who are in there and we provide them offers. So, if we see you got credit cards elsewhere, we're going to tell you about our credit card. There's no hard sales. We just tell you, look, we offer this. If you're interested, click here and then come talk to us. We don't want this tool to be where members don't want to use it because, oh gosh, Gain's coming after me to try to sell me something. Nope. Guarantee no sales. We just want to let you know we have what you might be interested in and what we think you qualify for with your score range. So that's pretty much covers it.
Thank you, Greg, for joining us today. We'll let you get back to your retirement. And that's all for this episode. Please send your comments and questions to podcast@gainfcu.com. And be sure to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Once again, thanks to our former VP of Lending coming out of retirement, the legendary Greg Marcella, and to producer Rune in the control booth. How are things in there now, producer Rune?
You recall when Lori from Business Development came on the show, yeah? Well, I helped her make a mixtape too, and it's kind of about you.
Eric walks his dog. Eric walks his dog. We were all scared. Eric walks his dog. And you're coming in here crying. And you're coming in here crying.
Yeah, I'll be sure to look for that CD when my next Columbia House catalog comes in the mail. Join us next time because, as you know, there's a lot more to gain.
The views and opinions expressed by hosts and guests of the Better Banking Podcast are not those of Gain Federal Credit Union. Gain Federal Credit Union is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. NMLS number 407810.
Gain Better Banking.